My name is Nick Esposito. I was the former Zero Waste and Litter Director for the City of Philadelphia, and now I am the Director of Engagement and Policy here at Circular Philadelphia.
My name is Julie Hancher. I'm co-founder of Green Philly, as well as the Director of Communications and Outreach of Circular Philadelphia.
My name is Samantha Wittchen. I am Principal of iSpring Sustainability Consultancy, and I am the Director of Operations and Programs for Circular Philadelphia.
We're here at Sunflower Philly to celebrate tonight the launch of Circular Philadelphia, a new organization that is going to work to build capacity for the circular economy here in Philadelphia. So the circular economy is a concept that has businesses operating on how to create a system where their inputs and their outputs can work in a cycle. So all the things that they're using to make the products, they're getting them out into the world, and after they're used, whatever that was used comes back to them to make more products and keep the cycle going and going. So instead of having to just extract materials and then trash it on this planet, we create this better cycle and a better economy that's more equitable for the people on this planet.
The milk bottle system was pretty simple, right? A milk bottle could probably be used before it was kind of out of commission, maybe chipped or something like that, on average about 100 to 200 times. So communities were using these over and over again, and finally when they were done, they would figure out other ways to use that glass. So in 1879 was basically the first time that the milk bottle was used on a large industrial scale. So that means, in short, that 1879 also represents one of the earliest industrialized forms of a circular economy.
The benefits of a circular economy are reducing pollution, reducing waste, increasing equity, basically making our planet a better place for all of us.
The pandemic also exposed deep flaws in how Philadelphia manages its resources and its waste, among many other flaws that it showed. Just even now, we were just talking about the delays are coming back again like they were last summer. We can't keep up with this trash that we're creating. The system is not made for it. We need a new system. So it's making it clear that we have to transform this innovation-starved system.
So what we're trying to do here at Circular Philadelphia are three main points that we'll go through. The first is around policy and advocacy. So there's a lot of policies that exist in the city of Philadelphia that don't really put people who are trying to create circular businesses on a level playing field with businesses that aren't doing this. And we're really trying to level that playing field and go through the different policies, both with the law in Philadelphia, even with other regulations, even statewide, that need to change to make the circular economy possible.
Our goal is not just to sit around and talk about how great the circular economy could be in theory. Our goal is to actually make it happen here in Philadelphia. We need to make sure that we are thriving and that we're ensuring that we maintain the desired vibrancy that we worked so hard to achieve. And don't just take our word for it. Philly 2035 says exactly the same thing. The second area that we're really trying to do work in is market transformation. So what we really want to do is focus on very specific sectors of markets to try to make sure that they make the transition from a linear economy to a circular economy. And the three places that we're focusing on right out the gate are the built environment, food systems, and textiles.
So according to the MacArthur Foundation, you can create 6 times the amount of jobs in the textile industry by moving to circularity when it comes to the different collections, sorting, and different use. They've calculated that by moving to more circular food systems, you're going to increase about $2.7 trillion to the consumer through benefits. That's a 50% increase. 25% savings on building materials by using reused steel. Well, if you move to circularity and you save that savings, how much better can we do in our built environment?
And our third focus point of Circular Philadelphia is to make it easy to understand. Recycling and the linear economy are very complicated. Circular economy is a new concept. So how do we get people, both in companies, individuals, and the greater Philadelphia region on board with this plan?
I would say we need to also develop the human infrastructure that will allow us to make these transitions. And this is one of those things that we want to help facilitate and make happen.
So as we thought about the guest list for this launch party, we did it during when COVID restrictions were a lot stronger, so we thought we'd have to invite a limited group of people. But as the group started to expand, we saw just a really great opportunity, to bring in the people that are the usual players in this field, the recyclers, the people who have reused shops and that kind of industry. But we've also opened it up to have, definitely people from city government. We think that's extremely important to be here, and we thank our city government colleagues who are here as well as other people, like people who are in charge of investment, people who are in charge of economic development, people who are in charge of academic institutions. It's going to really be an all-hands-on-deck initiative and collaboration amongst many different people, and I think we got a really good group of people here tonight to celebrate that.
The pioneers in the circular economy.
There's a really great opportunity to increase reusable containers. I think during the pandemic, who hasn't been annoyed with the amount of to-go containers that are piling up in their trash. So it would be great to have a reusable container program here in Philadelphia. Problem is there are some health regulations that don't really make that possible. So working together with our partners, especially I want to give a shout out to Tiffin Restaurants, who is really kind of leading the way on reusable containers in to-go restaurant situations. Working with them, working with our partners at the health department to create better regulations to make a circular economy and reusable products possible.
Containers of jade free our cupboards and landfills while boosting sales too. No one is more aware of how many single-use plastic containers go out of our door than we are.
I'm Marianne Kelly, and I am the Director of Marketing and Operations for Tiffin Indian Cuisine.
And we know where those containers are destined to go. If we're lucky, they go to the landfill.
I was asked to speak by Circular Philadelphia to talk about the program that we recently initiated about 3 months ago that allows our customers to request reusable containers in the ordering process.
We wanted to create meaningful change for Tiffin and meaningful change for our supply chain and for our customers and for the Philadelphia region as well.
A circular economy is important because it means revenues, it means expenses, it means thriving businesses.
We think that this project is a really good poster child for what Circular Philadelphia is attempting. And not only attempting, but they're already succeeding on it.
Yeah, I think one of the long-term goals of Circular Philadelphia is really to have an evolution of how we're thinking about waste right now and just thinking about it in smarter ways, both from when you're creating the products to the life cycle and not just having that excess of waste we see that ends up on our streets and our trees and our waterways and everywhere else that just affects our total environment.
We really want to make sure that the circular economy becomes a household name here in Philadelphia and that it becomes something that residents expect from Philadelphia businesses and institutions. So the last question we have for you is,
Are you in?